What if one day, while scanning the ocean floor or analyzing an ancient layer of rock, we finally find it? A clue, a signal, a piece of evidence that is unmistakable, not shaped by nature, but crafted by intelligence. Not by us, but by someone or something long before. What would it mean if Earth once hosted another intelligent civilization? At first, the implications would ripple through science. Our understanding of history, archaeology, and evolution would be overturned. New disciplines would form. Old ones would fracture. The textbooks rewritten. The questions would multiply. Who were they? Where did they go? Did they destroy themselves? Did something else end them? Or did they leave? But beyond the data and the debate, something far deeper would awaken. A shift in how we see ourselves. We've long believed that human intelligence is the pinnacle of evolution, unique, miraculous, and unmatched. That belief has shaped our religions, our sciences, even our dreams. But if we are not the first, then we are part of a pattern, not a singularity. And patterns have rules. So what is the rule? That intelligent life rises and falls? That progress leads not to utopia, but to collapse? That the universe is littered with civilizations who rise from dust and return to it before ever reaching the stars? Or could the opposite be true, that intelligence is resilient, that knowledge survives collapse, and that even in ruin, the seeds of wisdom endure? These are not just philosophical musings, they're questions that matter now, perhaps more than ever, because the same forces that may have ended a prior civilization, climate change, resource depletion, conflict, arrogance, are the very ones we face today. If we could confirm that someone came before us and fell, would it serve as a warning or as hope? A warning that we too are fragile, that the earth forgets easily, that time buries everything, but also a hope that life, even intelligent life, can rise again, that the universe allows for second chances. Some thinkers believe that discovering a prior civilization would decenter humanity, breaking the illusion of our cosmic uniqueness. But others argue it would be a gift, proof that intelligence is not rare, that consciousness is not confined to one species or era, that we are not a fluke but a thread in a much longer tapestry. It could even change how we approach space exploration. Currently, we look outward for signs of alien life, on Mars, Europa, Titan, or in the atmospheres of distant exoplanets. But what if the first aliens we discover are not light years away, but buried beneath our feet? That would reframe everything. It would mean the universe has already experimented with intelligent life on Earth, and perhaps many times over. It would push us to reconsider the Fermi paradox, not as a question of where is everyone, but how long does anyone last? It would also open up a deeper spiritual and existential reflection. If civilizations come and go, what truly matters? Is it the technology they leave behind, the cities, the machines, or is it the wisdom they pass on, the stories encoded in myth, the warnings carved into stone? Maybe the greatest legacy is not what's built, but what's remembered. Not what survives physically, but what survives in meaning. And maybe, just maybe, we've already received their message. Not as a transmission, but as a pattern. A whisper woven through culture. A shape in the stars. A lesson buried in the very structure of Earth's history. If we found such a message, how would we respond? Would we listen? Would we understand? Or would we ignore it, as we have so many warnings before? At Infinity Beyond, we believe the answer lies not just in science, but in humility, in the willingness to see ourselves not as the climax of Earth's story, but as one chapter in a book still being written. The search for ancient civilizations isn't about fantasy, it's about perspective, about understanding that intelligence doesn't make us immune to extinction, and that survival requires more than knowledge. It requires wisdom. And perhaps, by seeking those who came before, we might become wiser ourselves. In the next segment, we'll turn our gaze upward once more, to ask whether our search for ancient civilizations on Earth could teach us how to recognize intelligence on other worlds and avoid the same fate. Because the past isn't just behind us, it might be the key to our future. Stay curious, stay open, stay tuned.